Hey guys, this is Michael here from Those Four Stooges, and today I'm going to be doing a This Is on Battlefield 1943. So we'll get straight into it, guys. Battlefield 1943 is basically a remake of Battlefield 1942. So I guess the goal of this remake was to bring it to consoles and update the graphics and all the rest. So Battlefield 1943 is a first-person multiplayer shooter, published in 2009 by EA and developed by DICE and EA Digital Illusions. So the setting of this game is pretty much you either play as a United States Marine or a Japanese Imperial Navy soldier, and you fight over a series of 3 islands, Wake Island, Guadalcanal and Iwo Jima, and you fight for a series of objectives to eventually win the game for your team. So it's a great game, guys. It was really popular of its time. I didn't buy it quite when it came out, but I bought it about a year after, and it's still very good and very quite popular. It did not take long at all to find the match. So definitely don't just say to yourself, oh, this game's too old now, no one will play it, because it's quite popular on Xbox still. I'm sure it's the exact same for PSN. So this came out on June 6th for Xbox Live Arcade and June 7th for PSN Network. It was originally supposed to also release with PC, but was aborted because of sales reasons. So on the Xbox 360 and on the PS3, they released it on the online marketplace. Unfortunately, there was no online marketplace at the time for PC. There was only Steam, in which they were not willing to sign up with to publish their game. So it only came out on console, so for the PC community, they were quite disappointed they could not get this remake, but at the same time, the console community was quite happy and welcoming of a new Battlefield game that they haven't played before. I think it's one of the best World War II games I've ever played, and it still is. So we'll get straight into the presentation, guys. So the graphics of the game are pretty good. Of its time, they were pretty good. Now, obviously, they've been outdone by quite a few games, like Halo 4 and Battlefield 3, but this game's still quite old. It's about 4 years old now, and the graphics are still very easy to play. Really nothing wrong with them at all. So it's got good graphics. It uses a Frostbite engine, the same engine that they may use to make Bad Company 2, Battlefield Bad Company 2, that is. So it's similar in a lot of ways to that Battlefield, but different in a lot of other ways. So it's pretty much the same, though. It's Battlefield Bad Company 2 is probably a little bit more polished than this game, but this game is still quite fun and quite different. So it's very similar, like I said, in a lot of ways, but it's better in other ways. So the gameplay is pretty good. The variety in gameplay is good. It's got a lot of open spaces, but it's also got quite a few close quarter engagements. So you can have a couple of open battles, and then you'll go into capture an objective, and there'll be quite a lot of little tiny firefight engagements that help win the greater battle itself. So it's a really quite a bit of variety in the gameplay. There's heaps of vehicles and classes that help you go through the game. So there's tanks, jeeps and planes that help you win the battle. So no matter really what vehicle you're in, you'll be helping out your team in some form of way. So as you can see in the gameplay here, I'm a pretty scrappy plane pilot because I haven't been doing it for a while, but they're a bit different to the Battlefield 3 controls, so I've crashed quite a lot in this video. But anyway, that's pretty much the best gameplay that I could get in the short time I had. So yeah, it's got good range of close quarter battles and long range battles. There's 3 different types of classes, and they're all even no matter which team you play on. There's no vehicles or no guns or weapons that are more overpowering just because you play as the Americans or just because you play as the Japanese. So and it's accurate as well to the real time and on battles and all that of the actual islands that the battles happened on. So it's good in a lot of ways because it's down to earth. It is realistic. It's just like any other Battlefield game made by DICE. It's really good quality. But like I said, it's a bit old now. So with the final verdict, I think it's a well done FPS multiplayer. It's a little bit rough on the edges, not quite as polished as I would have liked it to be, but once again it's an arcade game. Not I wouldn't say an arcade, but it's a downloadable game. It's not a completely PC published game. So I gave a 7 out of 10 for presentation, and I gave it a 8 out of 10 for gameplay. So overall, it's a 7.5 out of 10. So I'll give it a good rating. I hope you try this game out, guys. There's a demo that you can download where you can get 30 minutes of gameplay before you can decide whether you want to buy it or not. So for more This Is and gaming videos, be sure to check out the Those Four Stooges channel. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Michael from Those Four Stooges signing off.